Hello, good evening. My name is Veronica Gutierrez, and today I will be going over the general fund revenue for City of Riverside and analyzing the tax structure and determining if it's progressive or regressive. First, we'll review the revenue sources and then evaluate whether Riverside's tax structure is progressive or regressive. We'll apply findings from peer-reviewed research and we'll conclude with equity implications. By looking at Riverside's revenue sources, we'll see that the top categories were sales tax, property tax, and utility users taxes. And these three categories made up the backbone of the general fund operations. The sales tax at 45.1% was the city's largest revenue source. And this applies to all grocery store purchases, small businesses purchases. So this is mostly going to impact lower income households that spend a larger share of their income on these items, which would make it regressive. And looking at Goldberg and Scott's work, the sales tax does place a disproportionate burden on low income residents. Second largest is property tax, which represents um, the second largest revenue source. And although this does try to help counteract some regressive qualities of the sales tax, it's not as aggressive um, as the sales tax, so it doesn't really make a huge impact. Um, so it does remain imbalanced. And according to Goldberg and Scott, the lower income households do pay a higher share of income that higher income households hold. And lastly was utility users tax at 8.3%. And this is a flat rate on utilities such as water, electric, gas. And the biggest impact this is going to be on is lower income, which spend a large amount of monies on these utilities, which does categorize it as a regressive category. Um, and Goldberg and Scott do note that utility-based taxes behave similarly to sales taxes as they lower income households spend a higher proportion of income on these essential utilities, making this revenue source regressive as well. So overall, 2 out of 3 of these revenue re- uh, resources were regressive. Sales tax and property tax. I'm sorry, sales tax and utility users tax, making up the majority, and which impacts heavily on the low income residents. So there are more opportunities for Riverside to shift to make their revenue income more equitable. Thank you.